It is so challenging to pole dance. It is one of the hardest things I've ever done, and it was also one of the most important, I think, even though it's such a small part of what you actually get to see.
Hi, I'm Annie. You don't have cash? Let's go to the ATM. We could go chill out in a private room.
I am a Valley girl at the end of the day. I am. To have it at the Vistas feels very full circle for me. My whole family came out to see the movie, which was nerve-wracking and strange. I felt like it was like the merging of two completely different worlds for me. It was bizarre. But yeah, they liked the movie, and yeah, I'm still processing.
Did you have to kind of give them a like heads up?
I mean, my family is quite free-spirited in that way, I think. Not too conservative in terms of those kinds of things. But I did, my twin had seen it, my little brother hadn't, and I did tell him in the car, I was like, hey, just so you know, it starts out like, you know, just be prepared for what might happen. He was like, I don't care, so.
Talk to me a little bit about how you got attached. I know Sean saw you in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? And then that was kind of what started it.
Sean had seen some of my work, and then he went to see Scream opening weekend, which was a horror film I did, and he reached out a day or two after it premiered and said he had an idea he wanted to pitch me. And so I met up with him, and he said, hey, this is my idea. He told me a little bit about what the story might be and who I might be playing, and he said, if you want to do it, I will write it for you. And I said, yeah, absolutely, I want to. And from there, I think it was about a year until we were on set. The physical preparation was very exciting to me to take on. I knew that it would be a lot, but I didn't quite grasp the magnitude of like the stamina I would have to create for myself to be able to portray that. It is so challenging to pole dance. It is one of the hardest things I've ever done, and it was also one of the most important, I think, even though it's such a small part of what you actually get to see, because even in a 20-second clip, I wanted you to be able to see her and immediately know a lot about her, like how long she's been dancing. She's a very seasoned dancer, and for it to be very effortless as well. So I was like, there are certain tricks that I really wanted to master to be able to portray that. So I worked with an amazing dancer based in Los Angeles, Kennedy Schneider, who taught me everything from like twerking to lap dance to chat, like how to pick up a guy, things to say, and that was really, it was wonderful. Yeah, so that was a bit of the physical work I had to do.
We talked last night about kind of the ways that, when you're portraying a community, you want to make sure that you're honoring them. Did you guys have conversations ahead of time about kind of how you're going to go about doing that?
Yeah, we talked a lot, had a lot of conversations about the character, but I think that we were just on the same page, and the dreams that we had of how we wanted Annie to be and what her character might be like. And then, as an actor, I did all of the emotional work and research that I needed to do so that I got to Brighton Beach and I knew who I was completely. I knew there was no question left unanswered about her or her life, and I think that when you do that kind of work, I don't think that a character can be one-dimensional, And also, I talked to so many amazing consultants who have similar lived experience to Annie, and that helped bring a lot of depth to the portrayal of my character, I think, and added a lot of really important nuance to her. One of the things that I've learned throughout, my career so far is when it's appropriate to bring improvisation into a scene, because Sean's a wonderful writer as well, and so there's a great scene, but I think that you have to intuitively feel when it's right to implement that. Yeah.
Is there a scene that comes to mind that was like particularly hard to nail down, or that you guys were like kind of tweaking up until the very end?
I would say the home invasion scene was one that we were tweaking quite a bit and evolving. And then, I don't know, I mean, I think that I just tried to have a very free, working sort of relationship with this project. I wasn't too stuck in one place or stuck with a certain idea because things were evolving so much, and I wanted her to be free-spirited, and so I felt that I also needed to just be able to let things go very easily as myself. So I mean, things changed a lot, but it's hard to think of like one specific challenging scene. But the last scene was one that we had tried to shoot a couple times, and we're talking a lot about, and I was really anxious about accomplishing. So yeah,
it was a gut punch for sure. I told John that too. I mean, oh my gosh, and you nailed it. You both.
Yeah, he's so soulful in that scene.
I know this has been, obviously Cannes is like, I'm sure you don't anticipate this when you're going in, I'm sure.
I don't know, I think I'm just taking everything like a step at a time, and I get to go to all these amazing festivals and premiere a film that I love so much to an audience full of like cinema lovers, and that is really exciting to me. I had never been to a film festival before Cannes, like with this movie, and it's been a dream of mine for, 10 years since I started acting, so I'm just along for the ride.